pressure like a time spin bust. Put me in the face of danger, still stunned. Rather go and get better, I ain't going outside. Why is it that for you don't understand? How many times do I have to express that ain't part of the plan? We living life for as long as we can. Smelling like the plane just land. Smoking that boat just reach. Dogtown beach. That mean another mission complete. Big force, man, essence. I know frankincense and murder. It's a murder. I just put the homie somewhere in the dirt. Then I turn around and put my whole soul in the verse. Try to throw me in the fire, I emerge. On a mission and it gotta work out like fitness. Man, I even eat from morning, no food in the kitchen. Still I take on life.
So then, guys, we're live. It's deadline day, and you know, we were discussing joining on a little bit early and everything like that, if anything was happening, but it doesn't look like anything Liverpool is going to be actually happening today. He's fits well with the rest of the transfer window, in all fairness. So anyway,
Richard, just get the fucking job done. Just make more fucking signings, okay? Make more signings. Your job is to buy players, not sell them, not put them out on loan.
That's Shauno, guys. You all know Shauno is here as normal. I can always tell like his obvious opinion of what's been happening and not happening today, whatever. I don't know if you want to even plug anything today, Shauno, or anything like that before we get going.
Definitely not Richard Hughes or FSG or Fenway Echo. Well, that's apparel number 19 earned it. This is a great t-shirt that they brought out during the Super League. Do you remember that? Do you remember FSG tried to do that?
Yeah.
And of course, JackDesigns 2020 on Redbubble. That's it. I'm not going to do any more. You have Fibre Sports, memorabilia, and cop art in Belfast.
Yeah. So I think, do you know what? I don't know where to start. I'm not even gonna lie. I guess we'll start off with the like Alan Varela stuff that happened. Well, it didn't even happen, did it, last night? Apparently, all the Portuguese, well, not all of them, but like some of the Portuguese people were like tweeting out that this was happening about Liverpool being in for him, his release clause being 90 odd million, but then Fabrizio Romano saying it was 65. And then it's just nothing's happened anyway. We've had Arne Slot's presser today where he basically said something along the lines of, if we see an opportunity, we'll take it, as in players coming in. And also, if it's better for the people to leave and it's for the club as well, then we'll let that person go as well. And we've actually had some more departures today, guys, as well, on top of the ones we've already had. All right, Richard the Red, hope you're doing well, mate. Thanks for joining, pal. We didn't really give any warning or anything like that, so
we didn't.
Yeah,
no, because we're kind of half deciding on whether we were going to do anything. To be honest with you,
yeah. I think we'll probably try and stay on until the end of deadline day. You know, you never know what's going to happen, but I don't think anything's going to happen now. To be fair,
Mustafa, don't mind stream. Oh yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I've got rid of it. Don't worry about
it. 10:09. You might remember me from such. I'm doing a thing.
That Troy McClure at Simpsons here.
Yeah. Hey, you might remember me from such. Mustafa, I was part of a group called Fenway We Come Not to Pay, and about a year into FSG's reign, I started up a channel, and then a year later I started up YouTube, and then about a year or two later we started our podcast, and we actually tried to do a protest, and at the time I was on holiday, so I couldn't. But Martin Mason, the lone wolf, he tried to protest. A Liverpool group, an official membership group, reported the protest to the Merseyside police, had Merseyside police outside Martin's front door a week before him getting married. So we've tried all of that. You know.
Yeah. Brandon's with us as well.
Huh?
Brandon's here as well. Hope you're doing well, Brandon, mate.
Brandon. Brandon's a top bloke.
So I guess we'll just recap before we go into anything else, because there is something that it's boiled my piss today, to be fair. And I'll read through some of the comments as well, because it seems to be not just us and the people that are like normally at FSG. There's actually quite a few people on this tweet that are like calling this reporter out for what he's actually put out today. It's totally not a fucking nonsense. It really is. But anyway, today we've had Ben Doak leave on loan. He's gone to Middlesbrough. And we've also had Stefan Bajcetic leave. Sorry, guys, I've got Sky News. If I keep looking up there, I'm just looking every time it says breaking news. It ain't going to happen for us. Like, we've only got like, what, 2.5, 2 and a bit hours left now, is it? Till window shuts?
Less than 3 hours.
Yeah. So we've had Bajcetic loan to Salzburg confirmed. And we do have a few quotes, to be fair, from that in regards to what Arne Slot actually said about this, to be fair. I'll just load them up for you now. Can't share them with you guys because I've not made any sheet. I've only made one sheet and stuff like that. So basically, Arne Slot speaking on Stefan's loan. If you are that young and you've been out for so long, the only thing you need is playing time, which I kind of agree with. And I did kind of agree that we should loan him out, but not with on the fact that we don't get anybody else in. He could have playing time here, but we've got 6 or 7 very good midfielders. So his playing time here will always be limited rather than what we expect he'll get at Salzburg, which I kind of agree with. For next season, we'll have a player, if he fulfills his potential, that could definitely play for us in the future. So yeah, obviously he's gone out on loan to Salzburg for the season. All right there, JT. Hope you're doing well, pal. Which, as long as they're not sold on, yeah.
Thank you, JT.
JT likes the cartoon logos. Yeah. We had that made, didn't we?
We did.
We had that made. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, good. So yeah, what's your thoughts, Sean? I'll go on. What's your thoughts on what's transpired today? Ben Doak going out on loan and Stefan Bajcetic and the lack of activity from Liverpool.
So I heard of Bajcetic on loan. I didn't know Ben Doak was going on loan.
Yeah, and Nat Phillips as well. Also, he's gone to Derby County.
Remind me again of the money that we have. Remind me again that we're a £5 billion pound club.
Yeah,
a £5 billion pound club.
It's not even that though, as well. Like, I saw a stat earlier on today that basically said that if everything stays the way it is, we would be on par to make a £30 million profit this transfer window.
And where does that go to? I want to know. Does that go towards what? What does it go to?
Can't tell you, mate. No idea.
Because
goes in the pot,
I'm so tempted to bring up the particular journalist that we're going to bring up there right now, because I'm ready. I'm
like, let's do it. You want to do it?
Okay. So people may know I've Even and Dale, I've always called the Liverpool Echo the Fenway Echo. Not an awful lot of people. Well, a lot of people know this, especially in Liverpool. Liverpool Echo really lost the Liverpool part of Liverpool Echo when it moved to London. And they're writing shite. Let's just face it. Mm-hmm. And there's no. It's all one-sided. There's nothing else other than just that side, and that's it. It's not reporting the news. It's not asking the questions that, the serious questions, or the questions that should be asked of managers, of Richard Hughes, of FSG, or whatever. None of these are asked, and you got to ask yourself, why is that? Well, the reason why is they're all toed the liners. They're all, and when you hear me calling someone a toed the liner is a YouTube channel, one of the big YouTube channels. A podcaster, a journalist that sings off the same hymn sheet to hold on to their perks and exclusives, because we know and we've seen on countless times that if you bite off the hand that feeds you, they don't answer your questions.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I call the toe the liners. They don't remain impartial. They remain like, this is what we're going to drill into you, and this is it. So Ian Doyle, sport.
Hold on a moment. Let me do this. There you go. Before we even get into this, like, I don't normally call journalists out like this, but this is stupid of him. Unless he's doing it for that, I can't remember what the word's called now. Is it like bait hate or something like that, like click hate or something daft like that? Like, I don't get his meaning behind this. Nobody that I know as a Liverpool fan and have interactions with is asking for Liverpool to become a club like Chelsea or Manchester United, where we just go out and spend money on ridiculous amounts of players and then we don't know what to do with them. Nobody is asking for that. What we're asking for is Zubimendi cannot be the only number 6 that you could have got this summer. It's impossible. Yes, we had the Van Dijk situation where we stuck it out and got Van Dijk, right? That worked off. But that doesn't mean that works every time. Like, Endo was signed as a stopgap option because we couldn't get Caicedo and Lavia last year.
Listen to what Klopp said when he welcomed him. We really need you. Does that sound like a manager that got his man? Do you know what I mean?
No. But I'll just... So basically, you've already probably read this, guys, but just to get it out there. Ian Doyle says, just got out of Blood Red podcast. There were a lot of angry Liverpool fans on it who hate FSG, and some would sooner see the club. Some would sooner the club was like Chelsea and Man United. Anyway, Stefan Bajcetic, season-long loan at Red Bull Salzburg, confirmed while we were in there. It's bollocks. I don't know anybody. And I know, like, Sean mentions necessary spending and stuff like that, but nobody is asking for the amount of spending that other clubs are doing. I mean, okay, if you were to look at it from the devil's advocate side of things here, there doesn't seem to have been a lot of spending in the Premier League this season, all in all. Nobody seems to be going out there spending a lot of money because of PSR or whatever that is, yeah? But at the end of the day, you can't tell me that we had £51 million to go spend on Zubimendi, and then we didn't have, like, maybe an extra... I don't know what 65 million is in pound off the top of my head. I'm guessing 58 million. So you're saying we didn't have another 7 million to put towards to get Alan Varela if he is supposedly one of the people that were on the list. He may never have been on the list. He might have been. I don't know. But at the end of the day, Zubimendi cannot be the only number 6 that you could have signed this summer. I just can't.
How fucking stupid does that sound, though? How stupid does it actually sound? Like, guys, and I see a few people there, and we'll get to your comments, but it's really, really important to emphasize this, right? And, I really think it's important. There are a lot of YouTubers and podcasters out there and journalists that are responsible for dumbing down the fan base and making them to be complete and utter fucking idiots. And they're all singing off the same hymn sheet. They're all, what billionaire would you want, or what owner would you want then for the club? Oh yeah, let me look at me, my black book of billionaires and see which one would be the best, pick. Ridiculous sort of comments, or bringing the whole kind of human rights and state-owned ownership and all of that. That's a load of me hole. Yeah. I mean, none of these people give a rat's fucking ass about what it took for them to wear the jerseys that they're wearing and the slave labor and all the human rights issues there. Nobody even thinks about that. So don't even come at me with the whole human rights thing. The thing is that it's all bullshit. If you're telling me that Zubimende was the only number 6 that we could have gone for, and now that we can't get him, we're just going to do without. We're just going to depend on Gravenberch, and we're going to depend on Endo. Endo was a short-term fix. We're now expecting him to be a slightly longer fix because FSG won't cough up. We're not asking to spend 300 or 400 million on a fucking player. And pardon me, Adam, I know you're a lot mild-mannered than I am, and you know, but I'm just fuming. I just think it's stupid. I mean, James Pearce, you know, went on about the net spend, boys, and then was calculating the fucking net spend and giving out about Liverpool last year. When I said it to him, how many years ago? And he was like, well, we're the net spend boys now when Liverpool won a game.
No. I mean, sorry, I just keep getting distracted by what's going on TV.
Yeah, I know, but it's only Birmingham City, so
yeah.
They probably sign more players than us.
Just acknowledge some of these people in the comments. So we've got Joe Jono saying Echo's full of shit. Yeah. All right, Cranky DJ. Martin can't join us. Unfortunate, mate. Michael Edwards is in his counting house counting them out the money. I've actually got a theory that I was going to say, but I'm just going through these comments actually. Cheers, Richard the Red. We just want players with potential to be world class like Mane, Firmino, Salah. I like the way did that. Yeah, we do. Gavin, big up Gavin. This is the lad who always keeps me up to date with stuff when I'm at work. Mate, if I'm doing something, would it not be up? PLG Gomez. I don't know. Off top of my head, Gav, I'm not too sure what happens now. Like, you could potentially get a loan deal over the line, I think. But I think with the time that's left, maybe that's potentially all you could probably do. Evening, Jamie. Hope you're doing well, mate. Everyone go give Jamie Phillips Football Chats a sub if you don't already. Great channel over there,
Jamie.
Guys. By Tetch It Out is insane thing to do. I agree with not bringing somebody in, but I do also believe that he did need to go out on loan to get a lot more game time than he would have got with us, especially after his injury. JT, just 6 and a left centre back is all we wanted, but absolutely stacked up. Tommy, looks like Arna's system doesn't need a 6 destroyer like Ugarte, for example. Yeah, I agree with that last bit there. Brighton and Villa will be as good as us in a few seasons if we don't start spending, probably. Jamie again. There were only 7 people on the list, but someone came along and rubbed 6 of them out. Seems it that way, doesn't it? Alternative FM. There are plenty of number 6s out there. Agreed. JT, Gav, Maka, Endo, Jones, and Morton Stain. So DM is okay compared to centre backs. Yeah, I suppose, but I don't get the hype around Gravenberch right now. I don't. Like, he needs to do a bit more for me over a more consistent amount of time. He's only played 2 games. Do you know what I mean? So I don't want to be too hard on him, but at the same time, I don't want to big him up and make him out to be the next coming of Christ. Do you know what I mean? He's got to do a bit more for than that. Ian Doyle is a genuine idiot. Centre-back situation was a glaring omission. Yep, especially when we don't have Van Dijk signed down to a new contract. Van Dijk gets injured, Kwanzaa gets injured, and that's Gomez and Konate to stay fit. We should actually do like a bit of a running bet, I think, to be fair. I think we should have a bet on who do you think is going to get injured first at centre-backs. Not that you want to wish that on anybody, but
no.
You know what I mean? Like, you know.
Well, the funny thing is, you know, the photo shoot that Chiesa did of him in the jerseys and whatever. I said, Jesus Christ, he looks injured. I was like, the fuck, is he injured already? Like, honest to Christ.
Yeah.
And obviously, we don't want that for any player.
No, I like Chiesa already. Like, his interview for me, like, and the way he's just absolutely buzzing about being at Liverpool. I ain't seen that from a player in a long time. Like, he looks like he's proper happy. Cheers, LFC Red Forever channel. Go give that a sub as well, guys. Great channel over there. I recently just found it. I think you were the one that passed that on to me, Shawno. Yeah, I found that recently.
Was that from Frank Carlisle? Or Frank Carlisle?
I think so. I can't remember. I'm sure you sent me it over, and I'll give it a look. Yeah. I'm not fucking hate the bastards.
I fucking hate the bastards.
Konate, we all know his injury record. Ian Graham said there's a small number of players that will improve our team. Yeah, but there is, like a fair bit of players out there. There's more than one. Do you know? So, and then
LFC Red Forever channel. Is it Frank or Jack or what's your name? I think you were.
Yeah, no business, mate, no business. So yeah, I don't even know, man. Like the whole transfer situation that's been going on lately is just.
It's every year. It's every year.
It is every year, and how many years were we told beforehand about? I hate bringing this up because it's like I'm a stuck record, but at the same time, when the same shit keeps happening, you have to keep talking about the same shit, right? So I don't like bringing this up, but we were told for 2 years that we were saving up for Bellingham, a fucking football club, saving to sign a fucking player. And then when we came to sign the bastard player, nah, fuck that shit. We're gonna go spend that money on more players, right? I haven't finished yet, Sean, mate, right? We're gonna go spend the money that we'd saved for Bellingham on Szoboszlai, McAllister, right? Cool. I can understand that, right? And then we go and put £115 million bid in for Caicedo after we just said we couldn't afford Jude Bellingham. Fuck off. Like, honestly. Like, it doesn't make
but it's
sense.
the wages, though. It's the wages.
It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't, guys. Something doesn't add up. It really doesn't.
I just want to give Fozzie a shout out. Thanks, Fozzie. That was a great show. And I'm really sorry that I couldn't do it last Thursday, or yesterday, should I say. Hopefully I'll be on the show next Thursday and we'll have a chat. But the show was really, really good. Frank Carlisle, I've been listening to him for years on and off. So really, really good channel. Check him out as well. Really intelligent guy.
Yeah.
Big window in January, Northred says. Have they said it yet? Guarantee you they will say that after this transfer window closes. Guarantee you.
All right, okay. Okay. What we saying then? How many, let's go weeks. How many weeks do you reckon we go before Trent signs his contract? Or, in fact, do we go shorter and say how many hours after this transfer window shuts does it get announced that Trent signed a new deal?
I'd say within 74 hours, you're going to see some PR, positive PR. And you'll get the same Joe Soaps that are responsible for dumbing down the fan base. Basically plugging that positive stuff.
Yeah. Injuries will definitely happen. What the fuck are they on a selling play? Yeah, they will happen. This willful neglect, they are just happy for us to exist in the Premier League. A cup final as a bonus. They are con men making a fortune on our love for this club. Do you know what it is as well with stuff like this? This is why they're going to try so hard for some sort of PR stunt, because the fans are fuming. And that Ian Doyle, I almost called him something. Never mind. That Ian Doyle lad is just, he's stoked the flames. Like, Sean, I'm looking at this tweet still. It's got 186,000 views, which don't maybe not sound a lot. You've got it's been retweeted. There's over 400 comments on it. You've even got people like who, to be fair to them, they've got big YouTube channels. They're even calling him out here. Like, Grizz Khan, he's on here saying, with the greatest respect, Ian, that's not the majority wanting at all. Most sane and rational Reds, and yes, there's a few, just want a new coach to be backed. It's evident he's not a fan of Endo and has instead asked Gravenberch to play a new-ish role, as we've not been able to secure our targets. We are in an excellent situation off the pitch, but it's fair to ask if investments on the pitch are deemed sustainable for top-level success. That's followed up by someone, Ben, I think he used to do Anfield Talk. He's put, you really are one complete and utter bell end, aren't you?
Can I just give a shout out there, Adam? A big shout out to Red Raw, or Miserable Martin as he's called. I just call him Martin. Absolute fucking legend of a man. And miss you, mate. I miss chatting to you. It's good to see you on
Martin,
the channel,
mate.
man. And I hope you're doing okay.
Well, you know, you've got my number if you ever need me, mate.
You don't have mine, but I mean, Adam can give it to you. Yeah,
you're always welcome, mate. Let's catch up on a few more of these. Where did I get up to? Pay the toll, exactly. North Red, big window in Jan. That's what you said. Yeah, they've not said that yet, no. Dale, I can't believe it. Maybe FSG is saving for a new yacht, or their baseball franchise needs a few more players. Potentially. Rich the Red agrees. I'm sorry, this mysterious keeper and Chiesa is not going to cut it. Sell our players with no one coming in. Yeah. Do you know what? I'm going to say my theory now. I think that Edwards and obviously Richard Hughes have been given some sort of KPIs or something to hit this summer transfer window. You know, like absolutely. In our jobs, we all you get set targets you've got to do. I reckon they've been set targets, of reducing that wage bill for one.
Yeah.
And reducing the squad size at the same time.
Absolutely.
I honestly think that they've been asked to do that as like a number one task. So I don't if Mo Salah was to sign a new deal, guys, it won't be on more money. And I would be surprised if it's on the same money he's on now. Trent would get a pay rise because of his age, he would need to be given one. And I think Van Dijk's in the same situation as Mo Salah. I don't think he'd get a pay rise either. It'd either be the same terms.
Hold on. I've got some news. Arthur Melo is returning to Liverpool on a loan deal. A 50-minute loan deal. There you go. You heard it here first. Fuck off. Loan deals for Liverpool fucking Football Club. Are you fucking kidding me? Loan deals.
No.
Honest to God, you want to try and blow smoke up my ass, and with all this positivity thing, there's been positive and there's been damn right absolutely stupid. And yes, on Sunday I'll be wearing a Liverpool jersey and I'll be wanting Liverpool to beat the absolute crap out of Man United. Absolutely. I will back Liverpool Football Club, whoever the manager is or head coach, and whoever puts on the Liverpool colours. I'll back them 110% to the day I die. The owners are a different thing altogether. They're custodians, and they have to do right by Liverpool. The same way is we expect that each and every one of us are respectful to the club that we support and to each other. And if these owners are using us as a portfolio filler, which is all they do, they add to their portfolio. And this bullshit of, well, at least he saw the error of his ways with the Super League. Look what he's done with the PGA and that golf tournament in wherever in Saudi Arabia. So if he's that type of character, why would he have joined that? So, I mean, bullshit, man. Absolute bullshit.
What is it? Nat Phillips has just been confirmed.
Yeah.
So he's gone. Nat Phillips has gone to Derby County. That just got confirmed 8 minutes ago. I don't even know, man.
All right, Johnny McLean.
So look, see where I'm trying to catch up with these comments, guys.
Sorry, I know I'm fucking ranting.
No, it's fine. JT, what was the Varela story? Nonsense. I think it was nonsense that came out of Portugal. Yeah. And I think someone messaged me earlier or left a comment on here earlier with that private jet that all the ITK Twitter things were running around with on saying, oh, there's a private jet that's left Liverpool to go to Porto. Someone said to me or left a comment that apparently it was Everton that's scheduled that to send someone somewhere else. I don't know if that's true or not. Evening, David. Sorry, mate, didn't catch you. Hope you're doing well, pal. Yeah. Oh, we'll both jump on that channel. I'm sure we will for this one.
Which?
the guy that you're on about? Is it? Did you
Oh
say
yeah, he's brilliant. He is brilliant, and I mean he does kind of the history of Liverpool, whatever. He's very, very intelligent man. Really, really
cool.
nice bloke. He was to have me on the show years and years back, but whatever reason, it didn't materialize. But I've always kind of kept an eye on him, and you know,
Hugh's getting fans' hopes up. He's a clown. Oh, what's this? Sterling's off to Chelsea Sterling's off to Arsenal. Sorry, on loan. I would have thought that would come in. Caicedo bid was just to bump up the price. I think Chelsea would break FFP, in my opinion. Maybe, but then what would have happened if I get I can see where you're coming from, but what would Liverpool have done then if Chelsea had just backed out and gone, all right, never mind? We'd have been stuck with £150 million bid, or we've pulled out also. We've done Red Raw. I hope Martin's okay. David says 2 weeks for the PR spin to come out. We go for big signings and end up signing cheap players. We do. You know, sometimes it works out with getting the other options. You know, like Klopp famously wanted Brandt and Goetze. He was told to get Mane and Salah, and that worked wonders. But still,
it's not even about, guys. It's not even about missing targets or going for the cheaper option. If the cheaper option works, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. But you know, if we are offloading players, right, either on loan or selling them, and we're depleting our squad, and it's thin and as worse as my hairline, as you'll hear me always say, then what is the fucking point? If you're not then bringing in players then to, like, do you know what I mean? I don't mind getting rid of Deadwood, or if the manager reckons that these players aren't going to have you know, a future. But then do something about the goddamn players you have and about the bloody contracts that aren't sorted. Do something there. I love alternative FM. I love
it. Yeah, cheers for that alternative. FSG asset taken it. Maybe
we'll asset taken.
We'll find
John,
out.
You can't take. I mean, look, you know, who was it that was saying that we were very negative? I think it was Bon or something, who was saying we were very negative with FSG. I thought it was a really nice touch to see John W. Henry and Linda Perucci Henry go to the, you know, the families of Southport victims and you know, pay the respect and whatever, and that was nice. That's grand. I've nothing personal against John W. Henry and Linda Perucci Henry or any of them, but if you're not willing to fucking have the same sort of ambition and enthusiasm for the club I support, get the fuck out.
There's a couple of comments actually I want to talk about. There's some points that people have brought up. This one here, JT, just realised we have to play the first team now in the Carabao. Like, we've sold all the decent we've literally, like, if you were to look at it, like, Bajcetic could have played Carabao.
Yeah.
Bobby Clark could have played Carabao. Owen Beck could have played Carabao. Doak could have played Carabao. Yeah,
Doak definitely could. Doak was looking really, really good in the preseason. Really, really good.
I guess we're in a decent position. Again, do you know what? Actually, like, someone mentioned it in a comment earlier on, and it'll be too long to go find it. But we've strengthened the one position that we didn't need to strengthen, which was the attack. I just don't get it.
I'm just going to read Irish Red 1988, just so that we're mixing it about a bit. I genuinely think Liverpool will do well this season under Slot. I've been very impressed with Arne. His appointment looks to me to be another masterstroke by the club. I like Slot, and I like his style of football. I think he's bringing something different to the team, and his tactics. So, I mean, he'll have my full backing for as long as he's Liverpool manager, without a doubt. Nice to see a fellow Irishman or woman.
Yeah. Yeah, on the back of that as well, like, I've been enjoying what I've been seeing from the team. And I think, as Sean mentioned earlier on, like, all what we're saying is nothing against the team, and it's nothing against the players, it's nothing against the manager. It's it's the management behind them. Like, they're not provide. Oh, I just heard him say Liverpool. It's Nat Phillips. Never mind. It's the team behind them. They're not providing the tools, you know, for Slot to do his job. Basically, it's like there. Johnny McLean said we've been waiting nearly 3 years to sign a DM. 3 years.
I think how he pronounced that was shit.
Yeah. There was one earlier on as well. I'll have to try and see if I can find that. And it was basically like, there we go, Rich the Red. No, it wasn't that one. Sorry, Rich. I'll give you a bit of thing in there. It wasn't you at all. Someone put something along the lines of, what happens if Van Dijk leaves next year for now?
Yeah.
So again, we are now in a position of being vulnerable, because when it comes to next year now, teams are going to absolutely rinse us for players to come in, because they know that we are going to need another centre-back. Because Van Dijk, hypothetically, if Van Dijk goes, if Salah goes, if Trent goes, right? I don't think we're so bothered about Salah because we've got enough people there. We've got enough bodies there at the moment in time. Centre-back, we'd have to go out and sign probably one of the best centre-backs in the world to replace Van Dijk, in all fairness, which is probably going to cost north of what we already paid for Van Dijk, which was 75 million, I think. We'd have to pay more than that to replace him. And Trent, we've got Conor Bradley yet, but then we'd have to bring somebody in to back him up, or who's potentially better than Conor Bradley to come in. So again, you're probably looking at north of 40 million for another right back to come in. And it all could have just been, I don't know.
And I mean, there goes Johnny. Johnny McLean says that Konate only has 2 years left as well. Are we going to allow him to see out the rest of his contract and then lose him on a free? If you're telling me that that's good fucking business, you need your head examined. You need your head examined. If Virgil, we all love Klopp. If fucking Virgil goes on a free next summer, do you think that's good business? If Salah goes on a free, is that good business?
Sorry, Sean. So obviously we know, I've got a full thing here, so I can't actually go through it now. So obviously we know at the end of this year, we've got Trent, Salah, Van Dijk, Jaros, the goalkeeper, and Nat Phillips all have their contracts expiring. At the end of the following season, we've got Konate, Andy Robertson, and Kelleher's contracts all ending. 2027, we've got Luis Diaz, Diogo Jota, Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, Alisson, Joe Gomez, Shimikas, Kwanzaa, Conor Bradley, and Endo. And then 2028, we've got Szoboszlai, McAllister, Nunes, Gakpo, Chiesa, and Gravenberch. So for me, I would hope that Liverpool saw Konate, Robertson out this year, because I think Kelleher's obviously going at the end of this season. Potentially Robbo goes as well at the end of the year. And then I would also be thinking, when it comes to this time next year, you would be looking at what you're doing with Diaz, Jota, Jones, Elliott. Alisson probably will go. I don't think he'll get a new deal. Gomez, Shimikas, Kwanzaa, Bradley, Endo, they all need new deals then.
Can I just say something? Irish Red says, I think Virgil will stay with Liverpool. He loves the club. That's if he's offered a contract. James Milner loved the club and didn't want to leave. Klopp didn't want him to leave.
Firmino.
And the owners took it out of his hands.
Firmino didn't want to leave. It's in his book.
Firmino.
I've got his book down there.
Look,
Firmino didn't want to leave. Firmino was going to take a pay cut to stay at Liverpool, but they didn't come to him with any offers or anything like that.
Fuck me. Sky Sports, like, shame on you. Honest to God, it's like it's the Eric Ten Hag show. It's like, what do you think about that loss, Eric? Oh, I don't like it. What do you think about that win? Oh, it was good. What do you think about not signing that player? Oh, I was disappointed. Like, honest to God, extended Ten Hag interview. That guy's had more interviews than he's managed matches. Honestly, it does me nothing. Sorry, go on.
No, it's fine. JT here. If you look at City and Gunnar's strength in quality and numbers in defence compared to ours, we look so far away. Just one defensive signing, I think it would have been a different outlook on the window. Johnny McLean reckons that Barca will come in for Diaz in January. Possibility, if they get that Nike deal over the line, possibility. Irish Red, Bobby's legs had gone, to be honest. Yeah, they had, but even Jurgen Klopp wanted to keep him. It's all in the book, like that he'd had conversations with Klopp. Klopp had told him he wanted to keep him, blah, 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 blah. He was going to take reduced money to stay. Less game time as well. He'd already been told that. And he went, he'd gone. Rich the Red reckons that Trent wants a huge pay increase. Yeah, maybe. I don't even know what he's on now, to be fair. I don't know if it even tells you on here. No, it doesn't tell you.
Are we offloading all these players to compensate for these contracts? Because, I mean, we did that before.
Maybe. Yeah, probably. I reckon so. I reckon players like... And I reckon... How old is Andy Robertson? Let's have a look.
That's a really, really good comment by Ian King. Really, really good comment.
Robbo's 30 now as well. So he could get... I won't be surprised if he gets sold next year.
Of course he will, yeah. Of course he will.
Who did you say, sorry?
Ian King. Fact is, Liverpool is far too big for FSG. This window is nothing short of a dereliction of duty in respect of priority targets. Perfect. Perfect comment.
No, Martin, nothing's coming in unless you're joining on. Jono, Bobby never had legs. He'd have lasted longer than... Are you saying that he'd have lasted longer than Salah? Then I think that's what you're saying there, Joe. I'm not sure. They're at Brentford's training ground now. Oh, well.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have a quick look on X, see if there's anything bobbing about. I don't think there will be. I
wonder is FSG out trending?
Let me have a quick look.
Nice of Grizz Khan to get on the FSG out parades. That's a bit late, but
FSG out is the 5th most trending thing right now on mine.
Martin, what's that thing we always say? What's that thing we always say? I told you. I fucking told you.
Axe are in darkness, probably. Yeah, it probably is by now. I reckon they'll probably everyone be like, people will be starting to go home now. You'd have thought there doesn't seem to be anything going on.
Fuck off! It is not. Get the fuck out! It is not trending. You've got to be kidding me! That's not trending. There is no way that is trending. Is it?
I can't see that.
Oh, thank God for that.
I can't see that. He's having you on there.
Good. Because anything on social media with that name is not me. It's trolls, unfortunately.
Ah, well.
I was scared shitless there.
The thing that gets me is that it seems like absolute no due diligence was done on the squad and what was needed up until the window started. It seems to be that way, doesn't it? It seems to be, oh, no, here we go. Mate, no. Matt is putting it. Yeah, you better put a top on, Martin. I can see you.
Oh, shit.
He's here.
Bring it.
Did you? I was just winding you up there saying February we come not to pay is trending.
Oh, fuck. I hope not.
Oh, my God. Mate, it's bollocks, isn't it?
No, it is, yeah.
It's just really disappointing because, there's some people that are on a high over Chiesa and, I want the kid to do well, but, I mean, I have to look at the stats and look at how many days he was out injured.
Mate, he's going to play his first game. He's going to be injured for 6 months.
Well, I said to you on the WhatsApp group that even in the photo shoot, he looked injured.
Yeah, he did.
Is he injured already? Because he was holding on to his fucking hamstring. I thought, oh, fuck. But, I don't mean to be joking about, a player that decides to join Liverpool and their fitness. Obviously, we want them to succeed and do well.
He's going to be another one of them players that came in last summer and played, 5 or 6 minutes and fucking out for the rest of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get a set up, guys.
I've just seen some clickbait on Facebook about Liverpool just put £100 million bid in for someone from Real Madrid or something. I thought, fuck's sake. I don't even know if I can go. I don't know if I press the button in the middle, will I come off this live stream? I don't know because I'm not good with technology, so I can find it. I haven't got a clue.
No, you should be fine. Just try it.
Let's see.
He's not played football or trained since the Euros. That's according to John McLean. Martin, in your estimation, what percentage of Scousers are pro FSG? That's a really, really good question there by Irish Reds 1988. Hello?
Is he gone? It's like he's frozen, doesn't it?
Jeez, look at the forehead on him.
Take him off at time being saving for that. Ricky there at the bottom there, how the F are Chelsea allowed to sign all these players?
Yes. Well done, Ricky. I've no idea. No idea.
Arthur Jello legs.
Arthur Jello legs, yeah. And he spent his whole entire time at Liverpool fucking on Instagram talking about Juventus.
Yeah. Johnny, they did say that he's not played football or trained since the Euros. He will have been doing some sort of strength training, you would have thought, in regards to keeping his body fit and ready to go and everything, because that's what all players have to do in like the off season and everything like that. But yeah, he looked all right in the clips that I've seen online, but they're never going to show you the clips where he looks a little bit like he's gasping for breath, either, really, to be honest with you, or anything like that. So,
yeah, I mean, and like YouTube, when anyone signs a player, those videos are just cringe. Like, just let them settle and see how we get on. Do you know what I mean? Just let them settle.
Look at Martin's new name. If it pops up, hold on a moment. I'll put it on. Hold on. I've not got them turned on today. Hold on.
No, I'm lucky I'm on the screen.
Ah.
And you listen, numbnuts. You go on about my FOD. Look at the size of yours. Adam's catching him. Look at the ball spot.
Oh man, I'm there. I'm already there, brother. I'm already there. What you call it? I had a good question for you, Martin. Irish Reds 1988. Martin, in your estimation, what percentage of Scousers are pro FSG?
Are we on about the Scousers or are we on about the out of town Scousers?
No, I think he means the locals.
I think they'll be having their brains managed. They'll be well, yeah, we should get in, but look who we've got.
Yeah.
So
Joey,
if you were to,
Joey says that none that he knows, he was pro FSG until the Super League.
Yeah,
but that's not the reason. It's the lack of spending since.
I'd say about 75% of them would be like, yeah, they're doing all right, but then we've got the other 25 of them. We've got the other 25 who've seen through it 10 years ago, 12 years ago, whatever it was. The day that we took over, and we got going. We read it all, and everyone told us that we were just full of shit. And that we didn't know what we were doing. We were the net spend boys. But yet, 10 years later, it's come out that we did know what was going on and we did tell you all, and you all fucking fucked us about. So, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, Adam, he's like Martin will know, especially, and there was a question there earlier on about we need to protest.
No, I'm not doing that again,
mate. We told the story of Martin and the hassle he had the week before his wedding,
Yeah. Well,
yeah. Nice to see Chiesa how happy he was to sign for Liverpool.
Maybe that was lovely.
Sorry, Adam. Sorry to jump in. I just need to reply back to Sean on that one. But wasn't it funny the way we had Cooney? Was his name Cooney?
Are you talking about a journalist?
No, the one who's like, oh yeah, I'll go and meet.
I wouldn't mention. I wouldn't mention any names. Martin.
Yeah. All right. I'd go and I'd meet up, and then there was about 50 people who wanted to come and meet me outside Melwood at the time.
Yeah.
And who turned up? Me.
You. Yeah.
Because everyone else were all mouth.
I rang up. This is a story I don't think I've told you, Adam. I was in Galway with my family. We're having a holiday, and a difficult time. One of them wasn't in good health, so we went on holiday, and I had got word that a Irish Liverpool supporters group had reported the protest outside Melwood at the time, and had the police. So I actually had to contact the Merseyside police, go down through everything, fill in forms, and send back to them. So we actually had a legit protest organized, just nobody bothered. Only Martin. So
Beat that motherfucker.
there you go.
No, but yeah, honestly, that was just pathetic. You know, it would look. Do you know what? Right, it was the action behind it was great, the movement. But when it come to that day, all them, we're all behind you. Mate, they were all behind FSG. It's just that's just what it is. But we told them.
Ivan Toney has typically jumped for the massive pay over a decent club. I bet he put a bet on himself doing that as well. Yeah, he probably did, to be fair. Yeah.
So I think Raheem Sterling is on for the loan deal to Arsenal.
Yeah.
That's so bizarre. So bizarre.
They need to get players out, though, don't they? That's the thing.
They do, but
that's the thing.
But,
they need to get players out.
And
you'd think that we were... Sorry, Sean, go on.
No, sorry, I was interrupting you there. Go on.
I was just going to say, you'd think that we are in a similar situation to that way we're acting. Like...
Adam, no, Sean, you'll know better here, mate. Have you got... Who's the person from Chelsea who brings them in? The transfer, what's his name?
Todd Bowley.
Is that who it is?
No, Todd Bowley's the owner.
Well, whoever it is, I'm sure he's number one on your speed dial, and he'd give him a ring and say, "Listen, you've got 40 odd players. Lend us a number 6."
I wouldn't take getting off Chelsea. Fuck them.
But right, listen, I'm gonna go again now because the rugby's on.
Oh, okay.
Go on.
So I'll get you saying watching that then.
Adam, what you doing Sunday?
I don't know yet. Why?
Because I'm halfway up towards Leeds. So I thought I might come up, make the rest of the trip, and come and watch the match with you or something. If you're going out there.
I'll let you know. I'll text you because I don't know. Honestly, I don't even know what I'm doing for my birthday tomorrow yet. I don't even know what I'm doing.
Oh, there's another plug again.
What's that? What is it?
Oh, come on now, guys. We have to get a super like or two now for Adam and his birthday. Come on.
Right, if I come up, or if you're not doing, I'll have my little lad with me anyway because that's if he comes with me. Can go to a car show, you see.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. All right, boys. See you in a bit.
Speak to you in a bit.
See you,
Bye.
I still have me Sven RIP on that.
Yeah. I could take it off anyway. I only put it on so you could see what he'd put for his. But there you go. But yeah, put that up there as well. I like that there actually. It's quite cool. But yeah, I think what is happening now? They're on about Arsenal have signed a goalkeeper.
Neto from Bournemouth. That's not a bad signing. That's a good signing, I think.
No. I think it's just done now, mate. Honest, all fairness, I think we're done for today. Liverpool, like I think we've been done for day for a while. To be fair, but you know.
Well, I mean, did you see anything happening today personally? Do you think that was going to happen?
No, I didn't personally think that we'd see anything today. And
I mean, all of the media were saying, you know.
Oh, Johnny McLean's put a pint in for my birthday. Cheers, mate. Thank you for that.
Good man, Johnny. That's it.
Cheers, pal.
Come on, guys. Some more of those super thanks now.
Richard the Red would set Palmer from Chelsea.
Yeah.
Where would you play him?
With Pajetic on fucking loan, probably. Loan him out. No one else.
Who here believes these owners would be considering replacing Mo, Van Dijk, and Trent, etc.? Do we really trust these charlatans to go big in a transfer window?
No.
I honestly think. Go on, mate.
No, well, I mean, all I was going to say is when did they go big? I mean, people come on, well, they spent 100 million on this and whatever. Like I've got the figures here, right? Just look at this now. So, before this transfer window, Liverpool had spent 1.4741 billion euro on transfers since FSG took over in 2010. So that's 1.2511 billion pounds. Okay, Liverpool have earned a total of 881.7 million euro through player sales since FSG took over in 2010. So that's 748.5 million. So that's a net spend of 502.6 million pounds. That's a net spend, right? Let me call that again. Of 502.6 million pounds. Okay. So this summer we sign my ass and Willie for £30 or 30 million pounds. Sorry. Chiesa we sold for we bought for in around 10 million, right?
Yeah.
So that's 40 million in total spent, right? But we've sold 55 million pounds for players in around. So that's a net spend in total of all of that, right? You're looking at a net spend in total this summer included of 487.60 net spend. Sorry, 487.60 million pound sterling. That's the net spend. 487.6 million pound sterling net spend.
So that's 20, what 17 is that 17 is that 17 million a season or something?
17.414 million. Now, if you remember Rafa Benitez on the overlap, and he was talking about Gillette and Hicks and the net spend that he had to work on, the transfer kitty that he had to work on, he was talking about 15 to 17 to 20 million. That's when we were a 300 million pound club. We're now a 5 billion pound club, and we're spending that same amount of money.
It's still now, there's no like inflation or anything, is there? Like, you know, everyday normal people have to deal with inflation where prices go up and everything like that. But there's been no inflation in Liverpool's net spend.
and if I can just go a little bit further, because I want to hang these fuckers to dry right now because I'm just fed up. You keep talking because I'm just looking for it on the phone.
Yeah, I was actually gonna type a message to Irish the Red there. Like, can you just type into here what his book title is? I won't mind actually having a look at that, to be fair, if you don't mind. Thank you. I'll try and Google it as well, to be fair. Ricky, thank you, pal. Thank you so much. I do too. I hope since we didn't get a player for my birthday that we get a big victory for my birthday. That'd be pretty cool. Thank you for that, mate. In fact, I'll have a look for it now. Ian Graham book. Is that why he was doing all them tours and everything lately? How is it that? Is that it? How to win the Premier League?
I'm sure.
It's only 16 quid. I might buy it. That's on Amazon anyway. Yeah, there you go. Thank you for that, Irish Red. I might have a look at that, actually, to be fair. Makes you wonder if they wanted to spend nothing this window as they know they ain't renewing Salah and Virgil's deals. Again, that's This is the thing that it does to us, guys. Like, it starts sending us down rabbit holes. It starts sending us down unnecessary, like I just said, rabbit holes. Then there's no need for it to do this. We should be buying players that we need. Like, all right, you know what might be an interesting stat that I'm going to look for before we do the next live on Monday? I'm going to compare the transfer windows for the first transfer window, mind you, for Pep Guardiola at City, Mikel Arteta at Arsenal. We'll do Chelsea this summer for their new manager this year, since they've got a new manager, and we'll do Eric Ten Hag's first summer window as well, right? Compare that to what they've given Arne Slot, right? Now, this is not to knock any of the players we've got right now, right? But when a new manager comes in, they genuinely need people to come in that fits their style. Is that the reason why as well, why we've actually gone for a manager who practically keeps the same type of style as Klopp, apart from just keeping hold of the ball a bit more, just because they wouldn't have to spend as much money to change to a whole new style? Because that was potentially one of the reasons going round why Ruben Amorim didn't end up coming in as the manager, because he played a back three, and it would have meant that Liverpool would have had to have gone out and signed some centre backs or whatever to be able to play that formation. And I don't know. I'll have a look. I'll try and see if I can get all that information together. Look at all the shit over the years. There are no rabbit holes. We know how they run the football club. Yeah,
exactly, Johnny.
Couldn't have said it better.
This thing with Irish Reds is what saying, that it's opened up his or her eyes. I don't know whether to say he or she or whatever. But Irish Red, I mean, you're saying that it opened up your eyes. I wouldn't read something like that, because it's pro FSG, and I think if there's a divide within the fan base and people are questioning, I don't think they're doing a good enough job, and I don't need to read a book and be told, but they are. It's good to be self-sustaining, but that's grand, that's perfect. But in a game where there's plenty of money, and it's run by money, we and there are clubs that are spending and building up their squad each and every year, and we're not. Is it going to be another 30 years before we win another league? I have that thing that I wanted to read out. So the mistakes that FSG have made. So if you remember the £77 ticket increase, where there was a walkout in the 77th minute, trying to trademark Liverpool. They tried to trademark that. Was that for the best of Liverpool Football Club?
Obviously not.
Furlonging of staff during COVID. I mean, they could have easily afforded to have kept them on, but they wanted to offload them. The Super League, when they originally signed or bought over Liverpool Football Club, they would have been given the rules and regulations like every other owner of what the rules and regulations are when you join a Premier League or when you take over a Premier League squad or Premier League team. They knew that if they were going to set up a breakaway league, that could end us out of the league.
Sorry, Sean, I just want to say thank you to JT for the super chat, mate. Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you, mate. Go on, mate. Sorry.
So there's that. Also, FSG are in cahoots with the Glaziers with this thing called Project Big Picture. If anyone wants to Google what Project Big Picture, by all means do so. Like, you can check reputable sites called Swiss Ramble. It's a finance blog or financial blog, reputable football financial blog. And that'll go down through all of the finances. Also, football transfers, I think .uk or .com. They're also good. But again, this is all stuff that any normal Joe Soap can kind of look up.
This is why we like to have debates. Irish Red, like, there's no one taking offense or anything to anything
Not
here.
at all.
Like, we love having debates with people. Like, we had one with Bond the other day. We just like to do it, mate. That's all. Like, we don't have to agree on everything, but as long as everything stays civil and everything like that, then that's fine. Which I'm not saying it hasn't, but I'm just saying as in general, we like it here. You know, it keeps the conversation going. It's good, mate.
Exactly. But if you disagree with me, you're blocked. No, I'm joking.
No, I wouldn't allow that. I wouldn't allow that.
No, I'm only joking with you, Irish.
Richard the Red basically saying that maybe they're renewing the contracts and this could be key for a lame transfer of signings and loaning out players. Yeah, potentially.
That's what's going to happen.
Potentially.
Within 74 hours of this transfer window closing, that's exactly what's going to happen. Guarantee you.
Richard, there you go. Richard likes the little think tanks that we get going. He always learns things from us, and the opinions are excellent. See, even if you don't agree with anything that we say, Richard, though, we want you to tell us, mate. We don't want to just have people agreeing with everything. Like,
but you know, this is the beautiful thing with AKM LFC. You know, it's for too long you've had all of these big Liverpool YouTubers and podcasts and journalists that are shoving only one side and their opinion, and that's it. There's no other opinion. If you disagree with them, then you're not a regular match goer, you're an out of towner, you're this, you're that. Go support your local club, go support Chelsea, go support Man City. I mean, this is the typical shite that you get from the Fenway Echo. Ian Doyle and his tweet there tonight. I mean, you're a journalist. Your job is to fucking report what is going on and to be impartial. That's your job as a journalist, not to force your views. That's it.
You are, as a journalist, you are meant to be impartial. Like, but again, Shauno, we speak about it all the time. He ain't going to say anything that's going to jeopardize his potential access to the club. Like, I remember, again, I only really started proper following football. Like, I loved it when I was a kid playing and everything like that, but I only really started following it properly when I got into like high school. So you're talking like 2002. And back then, I remember going to a shop on a Sunday morning, and buying the Sunday papers for my parents. And I would just literally look at the back pages, and they'd have loads of different scoops, loads of different stuff, everything like that. Yeah, probably growing up now, a load of it were probably a load of bollocks, right? But when you go buy them now, or when I've seen them like that now and everything like that, they ain't anything like that anymore. It's all the stuff that they want to put out. But like they said, I was going to get to this comment just now because, as Rich the Red just pointed out, and also thank you, Alternative, for that, mate. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Alternative.
Joey of saying that he thinks their investment has grown the value of the club to the point now where it's not worth investing anything anymore, and he thinks that they're waiting for the right offer now.
Well, I think that
there might have hit the nail on the fucking head.
Yeah.
That might have hit it on the head. Because, to be fair, when that all news came out about Bordeaux and everything like that, I was kind of like thinking, oh, well, if they go buy another football club, they're not going to go sell Liverpool anytime soon. But then when that fell through, and there's been no mention of them buying another club now, I've kind of started thinking they might sell it again. The only thing that puts me off not doing that is the role they've put Michael Edwards in. Like, he's not in charge of Liverpool. Well, he is, but he works for FSG. He's a part of FSG, and he's part of the new department that they've made. He's the head of their football department now. So I can't see them now selling Liverpool and, getting rid of that department. I don't know, because maybe I'm just thinking too business-like in terms of an actual business, maybe because it's like a...
Well, I mean, they're interested in buying another club. I mean, they were looking at Bordeaux before they let them go belly up.
Yeah.
You know.
There's
But I mean,
nothing.
I do think you have a point there. I mean, I said that as soon as they expanded, well, I thought it was the main stand. I thought that they were going to leave then when they get their money back. I thought that was it. But I think it's obviously the Annie Road stand, and I think as soon as that sorted, then I think they'll sell. I think that's why they put out the feeler, and David Ornstein came out and said that the club was for sale. Tom Warner is pretty happy, you know, to sell the club, from what I've heard. So
yeah, apparently so. Apparently he was the one that wanted to sell.
You know.
True, Johnny. True. That's perfect in a business sense, as they are selling their football division, more money for them. Yep, you are right, 100%, mate. No friends in business, as they say. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. You are correct there. It's just there's all them rumors I'm wanting to get an NBA team as well in Las Vegas and stuff, isn't there, with LeBron James and that. But you know what I'd find interesting as well, Shauna, and you might find this interesting as well. It's a little bit off topic. Obviously, LeBron's in with Nike. If the rumors are true that Liverpool are going to Adidas for next season, what happens with LeBron James then?
He can fuck right off with his big lanky fucking legs, and he can literally do one. He can do one, because I'll tell you, I know I went on to Cop Talk there on one stream where I think it was when Klopp lost it with one of the questions about signing a midfielder in January. And he was talking about, we don't need any more forwards. And I mentioned LeBron James and the fucking tacky shit that he was putting on our shelves. Now, someone spoke to me on another channel and said that if it wasn't for LeBron James, we wouldn't have got as good a deal as we did with Nike. And that's all well and good. That's fine. But going back to your question about where does that leave us with LeBron James and the club? There could be an exit strategy. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I could see. I don't know, mate, because we always just seem to go down this hole. And what I don't want to happen is, once this window shuts and the season starts properly, I hope that the people that are upset now with the owners keep that energy going. Now, that doesn't mean that when Liverpool batter somebody or we're doing well in the Champions League or whatever, that you don't praise that, you don't talk about that or anything like that. But talking about ownership and the team are two different things in my head anyway. So you can still, that's doing my, that flashing lights.
I was like, what the hell is that? Is there lightning over
they're taking
there?
pictures of a player who's just arrived. Right. I've turned it off.
Now, see, if you had any sense, you could have said it's the paparazzi outside the window there flashing at me.
Well, windows that way, but yeah, you guys don't know that.
We weren't know.
But no, yeah. What was I saying?
Sorry,
I lost my train of thought now.
About an exit plan.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's gone. It's gone. Sorry. It'll come back. No, it's not your fault. It'll come back. That Liverpool shirt he designed, yeah. Do you know what, Sean? All right. Yeah, I know what. Someone actually bought me the long-sleeved black LeBron shirt.
No.
Yeah, no. They did.
I'll tell you one thing for nothing. In October, if I see you wearing that, we may fall out.
I might just pack it for shits and giggles now.
Oh no.
Let's see it. I'll tell you what, Richard, right? I'll tell you what. Monday I'll wear it.
He fucking won't. I won't be there.
I'll wear it Monday. No. I'll wear it for you Monday. I'll wear it for a little bit and I'll take it off just to wind him up. Can't wait for Adidas long sleeves back. Oh, mate, I love them long sleeves.
I miss the long sleeves, to be honest with you. I miss them.
I don't know. I remember the one that comes straight as soon as you mention long sleeve Adidas Liverpool shirt, Fernando Torres.
Yes, yeah, me too. Yeah,
straight to my head. See, everyone's loving this. Everyone wants the LeBron James on Monday night.
Get the boat, lads. I'll tell you what. Send a few super tanks and he'll do it. But no.
It's like Arsenal years ago, Wenger. The owners don't care as long as they get top four. Do you know what? I'd be quite interested to know what changed with them. You know, like Stan Kroenke and that. Like, what changed? Why did they all of a sudden just start spending money? Like,
that's a good question. I got a Kraken Shell Liverpool jacket. Oh, lovely.
Sick.
Is that from the website, the official website? I actually had this on me today. I don't know whether you can see it.
It's flickering a bit. Yeah, you can see it. Yeah. They do, Rich. They do. Honestly, they really do. Like, them Adidas kits, I've got two in there as well. I've got a Torres and an Aga one. The Adidas ones fit.
Do you notice that even the Nike ones, they're always peeling? They're always peeling.
Do you know what I find fascinating as well? Because I went into the Leeds store to buy my partner's nephew a birthday present as well, because he's a Leeds fan, unfortunately. And on the back wall, it had all the old Leeds kits from when I was a kid, and all my mates used to wear them and everything like that. And as I was looking at them, I was like, they don't make kits like that nowadays.
No.
They're all the same. Like,
yeah,
if you're sponsored by Nike, you know
same template.
You know your kit's going to look exactly like somebody else who's sponsored by Nike.
I'll tell you, I'd even go to that Leeds store with you if there's any chance of meeting that presenter, Emma Jones. Holy mother of Jesus. Fucking hell. My God, she could fart and me, no bother.
Here's the show when you make the online store. You must have the yellow one of what you've just shown, I think, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I actually got that. I got that the weekend we were away, Adam.
Oh, yeah.
Or did I? No, I didn't. Sorry, I didn't. That was... No, I did.
Yeah. Nike's a disgusting sponsor. I think... Do you know what? When we got Nike, I was kind of... We're probably gone off topic here. But, like, when we got Nike, I was kind of buzzing at the time. I was like, oh, we've gone from Adidas to... What was it? Was it Warrior? Then New Balance.
What you call it? It was Warrior and then New Balance. Warrior and then New Balance.
Yeah. It was the other one as well in between that. I can't remember if there was or not.
No, there was, and the funny thing is they had this horrible promotion called we come not to pay. Sorry, come not to play, and that's where Fenway we come not to pay came out of.
That's cool. I didn't know
that. Oh yeah,
that's cool. And then what was it? Then we got Nike, obviously. But I remember when I was a kid, there was Reebok, then Adidas. But I think Adidas might have been
the Reebok one. Yes, the Reebok one. The Reebok ones weren't too bad either.
No.
That reminds me of Danny Murphy, and oh god,
them cream. We used to have them. We used to get a lot of them cream ones, didn't we? There was like a cream shirt that we had. Yeah, I remember that. I had that one. I think the first kit I ever got for Liverpool was a yellow Reebok one. I think it might have been. Can't remember.
Oh, I know the one with the kind of black kind of design.
I think so. Yeah. And then I remember that cream one as well. I got the cream with like the red. It was cream shirt and it had like the badge was like red background. I think with like white stitching. Yeah, I remember that one.
I was late to the kind of jerseys. I had got the centenary jersey. Now I got rid of a lot of the jerseys, and then I had I think the second one was the one with the feckin' cricket V-neck, if you know what I mean.
I think so. I think I remember. Yeah. Johnny McLean, the new Adidas Retro third shirts are tremendous this year. Do you know what? That third kit that we brought out over day, how horrible is that? I mean, what are they doing with the tick to start with? Do you know what I mean?
I thought if I'm gonna have like a fucking cartoon of me wearing the third kit, I might go fucking buy it, and that's what I do.
Yeah. But yeah, I didn't like the home kit, to be fair, this year when I first saw it.
But, the home kit's lovely.
Yeah, I didn't. It's grown on me. I didn't like it to start with, and then it's weird as well how we could have had these. If you know a certain website to use, you could have had these kits in November last year. So it'd be very interesting November this year if the Adidas Liverpool kits start surfacing. If they do, I'll share them with you. If they start coming out, like the designs and everything. Gary, is the transfer business done then, guys? Yep, 100%. I'd say we've only got just under an hour and a half left of the transfer window. I don't think, to be fair, we'll be here for end. Joe Carragher got my son's Torres shirt signed by all the players, and then he left for Chelsea.
Fucking hell!
I'm again another story there. Like, I hated Torres for going to Chelsea, and then years later, I started learning about the reasons why, and I kind of was like, oh, well. And then we finally got to see him in person at the Legends game. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. JT, I actually have a signed Stan Collymore jersey, which I think if I can find it, I think we'll do some sort of prize thing for the paid or the VIP members.
Oh, yeah. So basically, guys, what it is we want about doing some sort of, because I've had members on the channel for a bit now and we haven't really done much for them. No videos or anything like that. So we are going to start like doing giveaways and stuff like that. We're working on it with other companies and other businesses and stuff like that to getting stuff in. But yeah, Sean has mentioned the Collymore shirt to me in the past about being something that could be added.
Martin is going to do an OnlyFans page on the members section of so you know
that $1.99 will go far for you if you're interested.
A shrink
hasn't bought one Nike shirt. He thinks they're all awful. New Balance were not bad. Had a soft spot for the Toxic Thunder shirt. I can't remember that one. You have to look
Thunder. Is that with the white one with all the? Oh, that was horrible, man. The Toxic Thunder shirt.
Oh, it's the I don't know if I can show this. I don't know how I'd be able to do it. It's like dark green or grey on the shoulders, and it's like lime green. There's like a picture here of Sturridge and Origi. I'll copy it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No way. No, that's horrible, man. That's like a can of lilt. No. Jesus Christ, no. That's horrible. Oh, Manchester United have signed Manuel Ugarte from PSG. That's a fucking great signing for them.
Yeah. I don't think he can play at the weekend, though.
Well, it's still a great signing for them. I mean, that was a player that we could have gone for and didn't. You know?
Alternative FM. There is a theory going around in the different sets of FSG outgroups that the selling of the young players is asset stripping like T. Werner did at San Diego
Padres. The fire sale of 93 Alternative FM, yeah. Absolutely. That's you know.
Joe, I don't even know where the signed shirt went. Richard, honestly, probably the same. Pretty much worthless then.
I've got a signed Torres jersey, Kenny Dalglish, and a Robbie Fowler jersey. You know, one of those box sets.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna have to have a look at that one as well. The 100, yeah.
The green one, yeah. That was a nice one. I had the red one.
Oh yeah, I can see that. Is that the Adidas ones? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen that one.
There
before.
we go again. Eric Ten Hag again on fucking Sky Sports. Let's listen to Eric Ten Hag talking about utter shite and how he didn't manage to reach top 4. Oh, that's interesting.
Johnny wants us to turn the Shauna cartoon upside down to match the pick.
Why do you want to turn it upside down? All right.
Just seen the third kit. The shirt looks okay, but what the fuck they're doing with the Nike badge looks like a defect. When I first saw the concepts of these or whatever it was in November of last year, I was like, nah, that's not real. That's got to be a fake.
There's some story behind it. I don't know, and I'm not interested, and I don't care.
Yeah, yellow is not a nice kit color, to be fair.
Eric, for fuck's sake, he's wearing budgie smugglers in an interview there with a poor unfortunate female reporter.
Black and gold New Balance shirt was nice. Yeah, I think I remember that one being quite nice, to be fair.
There was I remember a silver, black and silver. Do you remember that one? I think it was a Warrior one. Suarez.
Yep,
Really,
there was
there
was an Adidas black one as well that was really nice as well, and it had like red, very thin red around the shoulder area. That was quite a nice one.
Actually, sorry, that was Adidas. Muscusi.
Is he back? I was about to say earlier on that
Muscusi.
I've seen that from him for a while. Nice to have you back, mate. Yellow kit from 82 was the best, says Paul. All right, Alternative. Take care, mate. Thanks for joining, pal. Hope we've entertained you as much as we could do, and also thanks for the super thanks for my birthday as well, mate. Cheers, mate. Thanks for that.
What about the rest of you? Come on now. Here, what did you see? What Martin sent in the WhatsApp? Or
No.
am I only seeing that now?
Oh,
That's
yeah,
the
maybe.
clickbait I was seeing before. He says.
That was 6 days ago. Nah, there's nothing. Nah, nothing to do with that. No.
Make sure you tune in. Alternative FM on Monday.
Yeah, I'll be back on Monday, guys, talking about the game in that. Are you going to do as a match reaction, Sean, Sunday?
I'll probably do a match reaction drunk if we win, and drunk if we're sad. You want to see my match reaction when well done, Muscusi. So we've got 1 hour and 22 minutes left in the transfer deadline till the transfer window closes. Silly season is nearly over. Get your fucking planes with FSG out, flying over Anfield.
I think we'll stick it till 10, and then I might end
Richard the Red. Eric Ten.
You know what though? Do you remember? You were the one that brought up the words he's been saying about Slot. Like that surely has lit a fire under Slot's belly to be like, you know what, we're gonna go there and we're gonna fucking batter you.
I hope they destroy them. I mean, they did a good job in the preseason. That's a preseason, but
What's this one? Johnny McLean, Alisson goalkeeper black was stunning. Think that was New Balance, the black and gold limited edition for the Champions League win class as well. Yep. They do some pretty good limited edition shirts, to be fair. There was one that I saw.
I don't like these blacked out kits. I've never understood that in all my life.
That was one I was actually going to mention, actually, to be fair.
No.
Yeah. I liked the one that they brought out last year, and Nunez was like the model for it on the online store. I liked it. I thought it was quite cool, to be fair.
No. I don't get them. I have, the what you call it, the coat, the Bill Shankly coat.
Yeah.
And my friend, when we went over to see Atalanta beat Liverpool, I think it was a 3-1 or 3-0. 3-1. He wore the blacked out version of it. And I'm like, what are you doing? What's with the blacked out shit? Like, why? What is the point of that?
I gave all my retro kits to nephews, but they never managed to haggle the framed signed shirt straight from there.
JT, I've done the same, and I'm regretting it. But then again, I literally have nothing. I'd have no room.
I think I've got some shirts in my mum somewhere. My mum, she used to keep everything, but then I do have some in there. And what I've been doing as well, since my niece was born, she was born on January the 1st. 4 years ago. She'll be 5 in January the 1st this year. I've been buying her a new Liverpool kit every year and just changing the number on the back, so it's like how old she is.
Oh, that's brilliant.
So she's got 4 now.
That's
but I'll get her the 5th one. I normally buy her the home shirt, but I bought her the purple one from last year. I don't know what I'll get her this year. I do, to be fair, I do like that black away kit this year. I do like that.
Yeah, Martin's got that.
I do like that. I'll probably end up getting.
You're the only one that has that isn't true to the. Where am I pointing? Isn't true to the little character.
So are you saying I need to? All right then. All right. Okay.
You got it. With all of the super tanks.
Okay. All right.
Gotta happen.
All right. Tell you what then. We'll do it. We'll all get the shirt we're supposed to be wearing.
There you go.
We'll all do it. Rich gave all the shirts to his son. One was a Champions League 2005 signed shirt. Nice, mate. Nice. I remember that final again. And my mum said to me at halftime, "Do you want to go to bed? Because it's 3-0." And I was, how old have I been then? I think I'd have been 12, maybe 13. No, I'd have been 12. Yeah, I'd have been 12. I won't turn 13 just yet. And she was like, "You want to go to bed?" And I was like, "Nah, I'm staying up." And then obviously went on to win it. So yeah, that's good memories. That
I remember that. Muscusi says, "I've got Ronnie Whelan's actual yellow Liverpool top from the 80s. I'm sure it's Umbro." I'll give you a story, Muscusi. I got one of these jerseys. You know the way they have like the honors printed on the actual jersey. So how many cups he's won, how many appearances, how many goals, and it's signed. Since then, I've actually met Ronnie Whelan twice at a Liverpool Legends match, not a Liverpool Legends match, a Liverpool Legends gig, and I've had him sign an old Republic of Ireland jersey, 1988 jersey, and a Liverpool jersey, the candy one. So yeah.
I've only have a scarf in Keyring LFC now. I've actually got a scarf that my mum had from when she went to games in the 70s and 80s. She passed it down to me.
Well, then, Richard the Red, if you want to pop on over to SD Designs 2020 on Redbubble, you can get yourself a cup, you can get yourself a coaster, you can get yourself a pillow, you can get yourself a duvet, you can get yourself loads of stuff.
It was Umbro. Oh, nice.
All right, Paul.
Trying to see that. What do you think for Sunday? I think we can maintain. Honestly, in all fairness, as much as I'm down about the transfer window, I'm not even scared about going to Old Trafford.
No, fuck them.
I honestly think we would absolutely smash Man United this weekend. Richard the Red, I will put a link in the description, in the comments. Sorry, there should be a link in the description of this video, but I will just put it into here now.
SD Designs 2020 on Redbubble.
It's
Redbubble is the platform that I use for my designs, and then you sell it and I get a profit.
So that's that.
Yeah. Some good stuff on it, and then there's some other stuff that isn't so good, but you know.
There you go. That's the site there, guys. That's the site there. Right into these prawns. All
right, yeah. Craig.
I think we're going to absolutely smash them. Johnny McLean, is this your stuff, Shauno? Yes, this is all Shauno's designs and everything like that. I've actually, one moment, I'll go get what I have from Shauno's site. Hold on.
I actually didn't know that he actually got anything off me. I think we're alone now. It's about time, lads. It's now the SKM Live. All right, Craig, how are things with you? So Ugarte is now a Man U player. That's a good signing for Man United. Really, really good signing for United. But going back to what Ian Doyle was saying, guys, you know, you're going to get a lot of that shit where you're going to get people that are like that, journalists and stuff like that, that are going to put the guilt trip on you for questioning these owners, for questioning this transfer window. Don't allow it. Don't allow it. Stick to what your opinion is. Voice it. If you want to protest. You know, do what you like. My prediction for Sunday, I think it's going to be 3-0 to Liverpool. 3-0 or 3-1 to Liverpool. That's my prediction.
So I have this one.
Oh yeah, that is my top seller. That,
and I also have.
What? Now, just to tell you about the Jamie Carragher Gary Neville mug, I've now altered that a little bit, so then when you're holding it, you can see the picture. You know what I mean? So you can't hold it like that. So,
what are we going? What are we doing now? So sorry, Craig. I didn't say hi to you, mate. Hope you're doing well, mate. Craig from Canada. We've got our Canadian with us today. What are we saying? 3-2 or 2-1 for Liverpool. Richard the Red. Johnny McLean 1-0.
We've opened up a can of worms here.
Yep.
Crank the flange, yeah. Crank the flange.
2-1 for Craig. Do you know what? I honestly think, judging by the way we've done things in the past couple of games, how we've dominated, and how Man United have already lost the game this season already.
Yeah.
I think it could potentially be 3 or 4-0 Liverpool. I don't think it'll be a 6 or 7, but I do think it'll be a 3 or 4-0. I really do.
Richard the Red is just looking for the. Should I go through this with them?
Yeah, go on. I shouldn't have opened that can of worms.
Probably not. Look it up on iTunes. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I'll go in a bit further than that. Shauna's got a song. Shauna's got a song. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I've a few songs, but that's all I'm saying.
I think I actually bought it. I think I paid for both.
Did you buy it?
Yeah,
no way.
I did, yeah. I think I did. On iTunes, yeah. I'm pretty sure I did, yeah. Yeah. Is it on Spotify as well, though?
It's on Spotify, and it's now. Let me put some context to this. This was during the lockdown. I did a bit of a music project because I was bored out of my tree. But then that music project went into a midlife crisis. And then Dunk from Cop Talk, he jumped on it and he wanted to do a remix of that particular song. And there you go. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying any more.
Craig, I think basically what it is and again, you're more than welcome to disagree with this theory that I've come up with. But I've kind of got a theory that I think that Edwards and Richard Hughes were set some sort of KPIs or something this year. And I think one of them was probably to reduce the wage bill, reduce the size of the squad, so on and so forth. And again, I do think as well, some of the people you might be seeing on online and everything like that might be talking about the stuff that's they'll just see it as FSG out as like a one direct thing, or blaming Edwards or blaming Richard Hughes. But I don't know, guys. Like we've been through it for so long now, so many years of the same shit, and it's just getting to the point now where it's just getting annoying. Like we had I've turned it off now, but I had Sky Sports News on, and we could see so many people, other teams out there buying other players, and it's like, why is it so easy for these other teams to go buy players, but we just seem to find it so difficult, and then we start using these excuses, as in like, oh well, we can only find certain players to fit the squad, blah 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 blah. I mean, I'm sorry, as much as there's a lot of footballers out there, you have to be at a certain level to be a professional footballer.
And Chelsea have just after sign or close to agreeing a deal with Jadon Sancho. I mean, what in the Lord God? I mean, if they can sign players and they have to offload players, you know, to meet financial fair play and all of that, how in the Lord God are they able to do that and we're not?
No idea, mate. Thank you, Ricky, for becoming a channel member. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. You'll be in for some stuff soon.
Yeah.
I keep mentioning it, but like we need to get into. I need to get into contact with these companies and these businesses and get some stuff sorted out. And we're also looking at maybe doing our own time of the merch line, whatever, with the cartoon characters and stuff like that. Maybe you could get like a little cartoon AKM live mug. God knows. Rich the Red likes your song. He loves your song.
I think he's tuning into something else, and it's not us.
It's so draining being a Liverpool fan in the transfer window after being told you have a war chest. To be fair, Johnny, like I don't remember the last time we've been told we've got a war chest now. Like, and I always just come into a window now. For about a couple of years now, I've always just come into a window thinking we might sign 1 or 2 players. I was surprised at how many players we signed last year.
Yeah,
when they signed Szoboszlai, McAllister, Gravenberch, Endo, I was like, bloody hell, someone shit the bed. What's going on here?
Yeah.
Or saving money for Bellingham for 2 years. Oh, Johnny, I've already had that rant today. You don't want to get me started on that again.
Don't want to get him started on that
one. But yeah. So we're probably going to start winding down now, guys. I think.
We're like,
what happens to that 20% commission on shirt sales for Nike? It still happens, mate. It still happens, but we just don't obviously see it. Like, this was supposed to be the big thing that like made this Nike deal so good for Liverpool, is that they got 20% off all commission off all shirts and everything like that. But honestly, I couldn't give a fuck, and I just can't wait for Adidas to come back in if that happens. If that happens. Chelsea world is bound to come tumbling down, selling hotels to themselves, to Jimmy and the Bucks. Yeah, there was something else as well that happened. What is it? There was something else that happened. They sold a player to a club that they have shares in as well.
Don't read out what John Henry said. John, you tried that last week, and that's not happening.
Second time in the stream you've tried that, lad. It's not happening.
Oh, that's funny. We're not Arsenal fan TV. We don't fall for everything.
So Sean, as we go into probably the last 5 minutes of the stream, what are your final thoughts? Anything you'd like to vent out? Because to be fair, I'm going into my birthday tomorrow, and I don't want to be going into it angry.
Well, first of all, so we're 1 minute and 6 minutes left in the deadline day. It's not likely that we're going to do anything unless something miraculously happens, but I can't even see that happening now at this rate. So first of all, I want to wish you a happy birthday, Adam.
Thank you.
And I hope you have a good one. It's been good crack doing these streams with you. So, and we'll continue to do them. But hopefully we'll have a celebratory drink in October. But yeah, my opinion of this transfer window, all mouth and no play, or all mouth and no pay. We offloaded quite a lot of players. When you look at it, you know, other clubs, when they offload players, you tend to see players come in. We didn't see that. I always believe in depth in squad, because there's no point in complaining about half 12 kickoffs and injuries and international breaks when we all you know, every club has that. I think we've left ourselves really short. We're not going to be able to play young lads now for the Carabao Cup, so we're probably going to be taking the Carabao Cup very seriously, and that's going to lead to difficulties. Obviously, with this new format of the Champions League, there's going to be more games.
Yeah.
Which is going to then be more strenuous on the players. So hopefully we won't have the same issues that we had in terms of fitness back in the Klopp times. I think FSG showed their true colours. We knew that, or some of us knew that under Klopp, FSG had more time. They were bought more time with Klopp. I think Klopp was a miracle worker. He's a once off. Like Pep Guardiola wouldn't be able to do that. Mourinho wouldn't have put up with it. Conte wouldn't have put up with it. They would have all complained. You've heard Conte when he was Spurs manager saying you need to spend at least 200 million per window to be somewhat competitive. That shouldn't be a bad word, being competitive. That shouldn't be a dirty word to spend money, especially when you want to be competitive. And I think we're losing the words of Shankly during a period of time where journalists, podcasters, and YouTubers that are all part of the clique are all the told-the-liners. Almost shame you for having an opinion other than theirs. Shame you for thinking that, you know, we shouldn't be spending money. Ian Doyle will say, well, you know, people who hate FSG, would they sooner have the club run like Manchester United and Chelsea? No one mentions Chelsea and Man United. No one gives a fuck about what Chelsea and Man United do. What we give a fuck about is Liverpool Football Club, Ian. And clearly you don't give a fuck about Liverpool Football Club because you're too much kissing the ass of FSG.
Yeah.
So in a roundabout way, or in long story short, my rating of the transfer window, it's not based on the players that we've brought in. I'm sure at some stage they'll be, you know, they're good additions and we want them to do well. I'm being very nice here with 3 out of 10.
Yeah.
I mean, we brought in a player who's not going to be at Liverpool till next season. We're bringing in a player that, let's face it, has had a fair share of injuries. He's a good player, but has had his fair share of injuries. We don't know whether he's lost a bit of pace or he more than likely has. Is he going to be giving us his best, or is he going to be on the medics table? We haven't done anything in terms of our we haven't done anything in terms of sorting out centre back, left back, or defensive midfielder. More importantly, defensive midfielders is what we should have gone for. That should have been priority.
Yeah.
The fact that has not been sorted is ridiculous. Getting rid of Padajek, getting rid of Doak. Yeah. I don't understand. I think maybe they got rid of Doak because they have Cassie or whatever his name is. But yeah, I'm very disappointed by the whole thing, and I just think it's going to put extra pressure on Arne Slot if performances don't go his way. And I think as a manager or a head coach, whatever you want to call it, I think he would have hoped for more, and he got very little. It's a bit disappointing. I mean, 2 or 3 signings on top of what we had would have been acceptable. The other thing is the contracts. The contracts really worry me, and that's something that we have to really look at. we can't be kissing ass.
No.
We can't. We have to hold these owners accountable for how they deal with transfer or deal with contracts.
Yeah. I mean, you mentioned a fair few things there, to be fair, that I would probably touch on myself. Like, I've got a poll going now in the chat. I'll give everyone a couple more minutes to just basically put their votes in if they want to do so before we finish off. But for me, I would, again, you know what I mean? Like, coming into this, let me explain my rating before I give it. Coming into this transfer window, we all knew that we had to get a 6 and a centre-back at least. And we haven't managed to do that. We've signed a forward and a goalkeeper that's we're not going to see for a year. So in all fairness, going off the points that we've come into this, when you come into a transfer window, in my eyes, you need to fix the glaring holes in your team for it to be a success, to have a positive score at least. So for me, we've had no contract resolutions done for any of the players that have got them, that need them doing. We're going to be left vulnerable the longer these contract situations go on, because get to January, all 3 of these players can then talk to foreign clubs about a free transfer, and Liverpool can do nothing about it. They can sign pre-contract agreements and Liverpool can do nothing about it. So then you're going to go into next summer, this time next year, potentially having to replace 3 of your biggest players with no money coming in to replace those players, which ties into a theory that someone mentioned in the chat earlier on, that maybe the reason why we're not spending so much money now is because we know we're going to have to spend it next year. That was the theory that was mentioned earlier. We've signed a striker who, in all fairness to him, I will admit this, he looks so excited to be at Liverpool. He looks like a breath of fresh air for the players that we've signed recently. Not to say that they're bad, but I don't think when McAllister, Szoboszlai, Nunes, Diaz, Gakpo, I could keep going on, showed the same enthusiasm as this kid did when he signed. None of them showed that.
Yeah.
The fact that we won the Carabao Cup with our kids last year and we've sold the majority of them or loaned them out leaves the squad lacking depth as well. So, long story short, guys, I would say this transfer window is a 2 out of 10. Like, and we've only got the 2 points because I like Chiesa and Mamadashvili. As much as I think it's a weird transfer, I get it. You're saving money now in long term by buying him now, basically. You know what I mean? Like, you're future-proof in that position. I get it. I do get it. But you've left Klopp, fucking hell. You've left Slot short of what he needs. How can you go so public about trying to sign a number 6 in Zubimendi, not sign one, and then turn around and say you're going to be all right for 6 months? It makes no sense. Like, and it's
showing a weakness straight away. It's showing a weakness straight away.
This is the thing that really, really pisses me off. Is no journalist and no big YouTube channel says it as it is. Why are we not calling them out? How can it be? Yeah, Liverpool are in for Zubimendi. Like, there was a fucking article written by David Ornstein, James Pearce, Paul Joyce, the big ass journalists that everyone fucking listens to, saying that Liverpool had identified a number 6 because they needed to fill that position. And then they didn't get this one magnificent. He is the best number 6 on the mark. There is no fucker else. Fuck all the other number 6s out there.
He's the only number 6.
There's no other, none.
There's no one else.
There's not a prayer.
No one else.
Anyone. There's no other number 6 out there. There ain't one. Sorry. No, not one. There ain't a player that's like Zubimendi. He is the only player that's like him. And that's it. We're done now. We're not going to get one. We're going to stick with Endo, who Slot's obviously got no confidence in. And as Grizz Khan mentioned in his tweet to Ian Doyle, Gravenberch playing in a new position. It doesn't make sense, guys. It really, really doesn't. So yeah, 2 out of 10 for me this transfer window. Doesn't mean I don't think we can have success this year. I still expect Liverpool to be in the top 4. I still expect Liverpool to have a decent run in the Champions League. I still expect Liverpool to beat a lot of the big teams in the Premier League this year. I like what I'm seeing from Slot. I like what I'm seeing from him in press conferences. I'm like what the team's doing. Like, there is positives, guys. This is not a completely negative time of year for us to be going into. Like, I am upbeat about the season. But, and there's a big but there, we have 4 competitions to play in. We have the FA, the Carabao, and we're selling players that we played last year in these competitions to be able to rest certain players. We've got back. Sorry.
Then the Champions League, that new format where
you're 2 extra games.
2 extra games.
In the first stage has got 2 extra games now. And then you've got, and I don't know if people know this, but basically the new Champions League format, if you finish in that top 8, you don't play another game. Like, you skip a game. There's like a qualifying round for the next round between the people that finish below you. So yeah. So I don't think we'll have a good Carabao Cup run. I don't think we'll have a good FA Cup run.
No.
Not with the squad size. We've got a back 4 that you've got no knock to any of them. You've got Kanate that's been injured nearly every single season he's been here. You've got Joe Gomez again, who he's injured every now and again. He's got better in recent years, but he still has got a history of picking up injuries. You've got Joao Kwanzaa, who's got 1 full season under his belt, shall we say. And you've got Virgil van Dijk, this could be his last season at Liverpool. That's your back 4. Centre back, sorry. That's your centre back. Yeah. You've got Robbo out on the left, who seems to have lost a bit of something that he had when he first came into the club. Like, you've got Shimikas, who looks to have improved a little bit, but still not what Robbo is. On the other side, you've got Trent again. Could be his last season at the club. I don't think he's the one that I think will sign a contract pretty sharpishly. Pretty sharpish. The fact that the fans are in uproar about this transfer window, he will sign a contract sharpish. I just think that they will just back up a fucking boatload of cash at his door and get him to sign. You've got an upcoming, I would say Connor Bradley is the shining light of our defence right now. Connor Bradley, for upcoming players. You've got a midfield where, again, we've talked about the number 6. He obviously doesn't like Endo. Gravenberch playing in a new position. Maka, Szoboszlai, Elliott, Jones. I like that. I think that's pretty solid. And then I think the strongest part of our team now is the forward line. Like, I think we've got 6 players there that could go up against, in any which way you pick them, could go up against any of the best lineups in Europe now. Like, you've got Chiesa, Salah, Nunez, Jota, Gakpo, Diaz. Like, I think you've got so much good depth there that I'm sold on that. That's 100% good for me, is the forward line.
But bear in mind, Adam, if I can just interject there, the other thing is and Richard the Red, I agree. I love Bradley. I think he's a great player. I mean, there's question marks over Nunez. Gakpo has obviously silenced the critics with the Euros and how good a tournament he had. So there's that. So there's still a question mark over Nunez. So even with that, like, okay, you know, at the moment, I've no real major concerns with the front 3, none whatsoever. Injury, I'd have some concerns with Jota if he can remain fit 100% for the whole season. Nunez, I hope that he'll improve under Slot. I really hope that. He's a bit temperamental. We've seen that, and hopefully Slot will get the best out of him or whatever. I'm a little bit concerned, obviously, with the center or our defense, and I'm a little bit concerned about our defensive midfield. That's my concern. I don't know what else I was going to say, but another thing I just wanted to mention is that Ornstein was talking about what was needed, and then he's come out and he's on NBC Sport and he's saying he's making excuses as to why we haven't done business or why we're late in doing business because of, you know, the change in management, backroom staff and all of that, as if that has not happened to another club. The very same week, Jamie Carragher comes out and he says the exact same thing. So we're getting a load of excuses as why we didn't do business.
Yep.
Which suggests to me business had to be done or business needed to be done. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, you would have said business didn't need to be done. We didn't need to sign a player. Now, this bullshit of, well, you know, it's very difficult to bring in a player when you've already got a good squad. We're not asking you to replace a very, very good player and get rid of a very, very good player, but you're looking to possibly get rid of 3 of the most important players at the end of next season. So a contradictory there. So there's a lot of misinformation, a lot of contradiction, and a lot of positive PR being pushed at you. I guarantee you within 74 hours of this transfer window closing, guarantee you within 74 hours, Adam will be still hungover to feck from his birthday drinks. Hit that super thanks, guys. Guaranteed. But I guaranteed he will wake up to some positive PR. You'll see contracts signed. You'll hear, this is what we're going to do in January. This is what we're going to do next summer. This is, you know, we're going to do this. We're going to do that. Guarantee it, because it's been like that every season. Going back to what Ian Doyle said, we don't care about Chelsea. We don't care about Man United. We don't care about any other club. We're talking about necessary spending. That's it.
Yep. Can't think of a better way to end the stream, mate. I'm just quickly going to go over the poll. So we had a poll in the chat about what you guys would rate the transfer window. 18 people voted. 5% gave it an 8 to 10. 16% a 5 to 7. And 77% of them gave a 1 to 4 star rating.
I'd love to know who that the 5% are. There's probably just one person that said that, but I'd love to know who gave it an 8 out of 10, and I'd love to know what their reasons are. And I welcome that opinion, but I'd love to know how they gave that an 8 out of 10.
Yeah. Just quicker to cover up to end the show, we'll go over people's comments. So Craig, we are all red, 100%, mate. Richard the Red, win or lose, hit the booze. Ricky, who's just joined as a channel member, this window just proves that they're in it for the top 4, not winning trophies. This is hard evidence now. John Henry, listening to Redmen TV today, felt horrible. Maybe and Ian Doyle it like they don't want success. Yeah. Bournemouth spent 40 million on one player. That's more than our entire transfer window. Richard the Red, good point, Ricky, to that. Dale, it's a 0 for him. No holes filled. We bought nothing we needed. Johnny McLean, any cover that didn't have last year, we have sold. Dale again, 3 biggest players plus the backup we need. Same old FSG. Johnny McLean, Van der Berge, they should have kept for centre-back cover.
I don't think he would have wanted that.
No, I don't think. I think he pushed for a move.
Yeah.
When you saw the videos of him at the AXA training facility, you know, behind the scenes, he looked like he didn't want to be there, to be fair. Chiesa looked like he was taken to a sweet shop for the first time. He did. He looked so happy.
Yeah, that was nice.
John Henry, Anfield Agenda does it in fairness. I think that must have been in regards to me saying no one calls out the owners. Gary,
took him a while to do it, though. Took him a while. There was a time he didn't.
Mistakes have been made upstairs. Who's going to be held accountable? It'll be the manager, won't it? If it all goes tits up this year, it'll be the manager.
He'll be pushed under the bus.
Blue cheese, no fleas. The problem is Gravengertz gets injured. We are kind of fucked. We're stuck with Endo. Bon's here, mate. Welcome to the show. Thanks for joining. Bon. We sold the young players for peanuts, not even big money. Chiesa fee, the money we got for Solanke, more or less paid for his transfer. It did. Like we paid, 12 or something for him in total if you include the add-ons, and we got like 8 million or something for Solanke.
I'm really delighted to see Bon on, because I thought that he may have fallen out with us over the difference of opinion. But it's great to see that like Bon has kind of changed his tune there, and he's made up his own mind. So that's good. That's good to see.
He's been commenting on my videos as well over the past few days, to be fair.
So. Good. Yeah. I'm glad.
Richard the Red, didn't Andre sign for Wolves? I'm not sure. I've not seen that one go through, but maybe.
Fucking Peter Andre.
Feyenoord under Slot were one of the least injured teams in Europe last season yet. And this was one of the big points that they had when they were hiring a new manager about keeping people fit. And that was one of the things about Ruben Amorim as well. He was known as a manager that kept his players fit. Pay the toll, another pointless evening in the transfer market by Liverpool. It always is, mate. It always is. Richard the Red, he really likes Bradley. Irish Red, our forward line is incredible. I do agree. Richard the Red still doesn't trust Darwin. Irish Red, Nunes will silence his critic. This is, you know what I mean? This bit here, where you've got two people with different opinions. I love that. Straight after one another. Nunes will silence the critics this season. He's been very unlucky hitting the woodwork so many times. I kind of agree. I hope that Slot has the same effect on him that he had on Jimenez at Feyenoord. I hope so.
He like Nunes, God love him. It's kind of like you ever go bowling and you get that kind of thing to block the rails, and
yeah,
he'd still miss the pins even if he had those things on the tunnel.
Blue cheese, no fleas. I think we should recall Owen Beck from loan. I think he'll probably come in as the backup, to be fair, next year if we end up selling Robbo. Johnny McLean has lost his patience with Nunes. Richard the Red, I think I would swap Darwin for Osherman if a chance arose. I wonder if he's still going to Chelsea or thingy that spot. I don't know if that went through.
I haven't seen it. We've got 41 minutes left.
Richard the Red, it's his mentality. Jamie Carragher protects FSG, blue cheese, no fleas, says.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Irish the Red, anyone reckon we should have signed Joe Allen, aka the Welsh Xavi, as a number 6? Is he still playing?
Great character. I met him actually on a Christmas do.
Yeah.
Nice lad.
Charlie Gary.
Adams was a dick. I was just saying Charlie Adams was a dick.
Yeah. Gary, thank you, Christ. The window's now going to be closed. Yeah, and we'll be here with match reactions, all the news and everything that happens with that. We'll be doing that. Blue cheese, no fleas. If we beat United, it will camouflage the window. Probably.
Absolutely.
I wonder if you guys are talking about Nunes here, about him coming across as a child. Like maybe. Do you know what? I think the blessing in disguise we've got with Nunes is that he's banned now for 5 games. So he's got that September international break to just stay at Liverpool and just spend more time with Slot. But I think that's because he didn't get that during the summer because of the Copa America. I think that's a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, that's a good way of looking at it. There you go, Irish Red. There's a bit of positivity now. Yeah,
100% Irish Red. We will be. Well, I'm always behind the club. We can have a disagreements and we can point things out, but I will never support another club. I'm always going to be Liverpool. Like
exactly.
Never even crossed my mind. Richard the Red, agreement. I still haven't forgiven him for the headbutt. That was his first home game, wasn't it? I remember that.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Fucking lots of blood there.
Finger slip, Shano. Phil Ash, welcome, mate. Welcome. We have hardly done any business because FSG are more bothered about their portfolio. Yeah, agree, mate. Sometimes a good left back or right back can make a good DM. Trent, maybe. Maybe, I guess.
I think someone said that earlier on that Trent might make a good number 6, but
yeah. Richard the Red, I do want Darwin to prove me wrong. It off. I don't know. That's in thingy of. Bon, I'm not with FSG. I never knew you were going live tonight. It's all good to this side. Yeah, mate. Good stuff, we didn't even know we were going live ourselves until maybe a couple of hours beforehand. So yeah, it's fine. Richard the Red, Charlie Adam, what a player that was. Well out of his depth. He was so slow. I think Fergie fucked us over with that. You know, when Fergie made that comment like, "Oh, his corners alone are worth 9 million" or whatever it was. Like,
yeah. Fucking Kenny went down in his own car to pick him up.
Yeah,
Jesus, he was fucking fatter than me.
Jay, have you heard the Chiesa song? I think did you share it on the WhatsApp group? I think you did, or Martin maybe did.
In the tune of That's Amore.
Yeah. He scores from the left, he assists on the right. That's Chiesa.
Yeah, but I had a song for Kwanzaa. Tell me when will you be mine? Kwanzaa, 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 Kwanzaa. There you go.
Anything can happen in the last 20 minutes. No chance, mate. Send the OG of the FSG out another year in this crazy ownership. Transfer PR madness, as Looney Tunes would say. That's all, folks. Yeah, true, mate. Yeah. Love the scramble and last minute deals. Yeah. It's a shame Liverpool never involved in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Sabozzo will rip up trees this season. Yeah, I think he's looked. Yeah, he has been my best player so far this season. I think I mentioned it in my last match reaction. Sabozlai has been my man of the match in the last 2 games. Johnny McLean, see you later, mate. Thank you for the happy birthday wishes, pal. Hopefully we'll see you live on Monday, mate. We'll be back here Monday. Victor Osherman is not going to Chelsea. Is that off now? Is it? Oh wow.
John,
remember when they haggled over 1 million for Clint Dempsey?
Yeah, that's when Fenway we come have to pay basically started.
And wasn't it Jordan Henderson going the other way as well?
Yeah, they were thinking get rid of Jordan Henderson. Yeah. And then we got Ricky Lambert, right? We got Suarez.
Yeah,
I've got Ricky fucking Lambert, who had literally, I'd say, even on FIFA, he looked as fat as me. I mean, he was like, God love him, Ricky Lambert.
I know. And then Scott Sheevam's just joined us as we're just finishing up, mate. Now,
all right, Scott.
Hope you've had a good evening, pal.
Diaz looks very strong.
Luis Diaz is a winner. Yeah, he does. Like, I'm not gonna lie, when I did my preview today, I was umming and ahhing about putting Gakpo in over Diaz, but over his last performances, over his last 2 games, I couldn't do it.
Is this your fantasy football thing?
No, I did a match preview for the Man United game, and I did my starting 11 in it.
I didn't get to see that.
I pretty much went with same team, basically. I was gonna maybe put Gakpo in for Diaz, but couldn't do it.
No.
Right then, that's all the comments caught up with. So I think we'll cut it there then, guys. We're in the last 35 minutes of the transfer window.
36, 35 minutes, yeah.
Bon, he's away to Saudi. Is that Osherman? Waste. Good player, that. Waste. And I think Gakpo is very underrated. Yeah, I think he is so too, mate. He is. Great work, boys.
Thanks,
yeah,
John.
Cheers. Thank you, John. So, yeah, that's it from us tonight, guys. Another disappointing transfer window for Liverpool. I gave it a 2 out of 10. Sean gave it a 3 out of 10. Yeah, I guess that's it, guys. I might do some sort of video tomorrow. Let's wait and see what PR stunts comes out. If not, the next video on this channel will probably just be the match reaction. So keep your eyes open for that. There'll be mine, there'll be Sean's, maybe even Martin's. Let's wait and see. But other than that, guys, that's been it from me. Anything from you, Sean, to sign off with?
I give it 74 hours after this transfer window for them to come up with something positive. Guarantee you. But look, all in all, guys, now we support the club. We support Slot. Remember, guys, and sorry, Adam, I am kind of prolonging this a bit more. Remember, guys, the role that Arne Slot plays in this club. He's the head coach. And it was made very obvious from the start. Richard Hughes was at that press conference as well. And Richard Hughes was the guy that was going to be in charge of the contracts, the players leaving, and the players coming in. Yeah. So this is not down to Arne Slot. It's not down to the fact that we don't have Klopp anymore. That's all bull crap. And there will be a lot of crap being pushed, a lot of excuses made to cover these owners, cover Richard Hughes and Edwards.
Yep.
And the fault is with Hughes, Edwards, and FSG.
Yep.
They are the common denominator. They have been there since 2010. There's been no questions over why Edwards left, then Julian left, and then Edwards came back. No question whatsoever about that. No journalist has said anything. No one has asked that question. So we need to be a lot wiser as a fan base and get behind Arne Slot, get behind the players that we have, but ask questions of these owners and don't let anyone tell you off for having a difference of opinion.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Adam.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, John. And as Bond says there, red until we die. That's it for this stream, guys. That's it for AKM Live today. We're back live Monday night, 7 o'clock. Make sure you're there, guys. Hit that subscribe bell, like the video, and also hit that notification bell so you get notified when we go live. We'll see you next time, guys.